Hello and welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep IAS. The big news for today is that the GEAC, after waiting for many years, has finally allowed commercial cultivation of GM mustard crop in India. This is truly a big news for the Indian scientific community. We will be discussing in this video what exactly is a GM mustard crop, why is it so special, what was the need for the GEAC to finally give it the approval, and all other related aspects related to this big news. But before we do that, there are a few important reminders. First, it is Friday, meaning that today is a time for a live explained session at 8 p.m. on our YouTube channel. I'll be taking this session where I will be discussing with you the significance of Rishi Sunak becoming the UK Prime Minister on India-UK relations. Also, we'll go deep into the economic and the political crisis that the UK is facing now for some time. We'll be decoding what exactly is it that the UK economy is doing wrong and how can they actually go ahead from now on. Also, we have a series of live offline workshops this weekend, that is on the 30th of October. These are taking place in multiple cities across the country. All these workshops will first have a mock test from 4 to 5 pm, and then we will be discussing the preparation strategy from 5 to 7 pm. We have a workshop in Kolkata, then we have one in Bangalore, then we have one in Pune, and then we have one in Jaipur. For all these venues, the address is given in the description of the video and over here as well. You can just give a missed call on the number mentioned for the venue in the description of the video and you will be able to register for these mock tests and workshop. Do join in large numbers to first check how much prepared are you for the UPSC examination, and second, to ask any doubt that you might have live from the experienced faculties at that venue itself. Now let's begin with the big news of the day as we discuss the GEAC, that is Genetic Engineering Appraisal Committee that works on the Ministry of Environment, has given clearance to genetically modified mustard for commercial cultivation in India. Now, as you know, despite all the talks and discussion, the only GM crop that has been approved in India is GM cotton. So far, no food or nothing that is edible directly by the human beings has actually been allowed to be cultivated in India in the GM category. Although there have been multiple talks about GM brinjal, there have been talks about different varieties of GM crops, but so far, GM mustard is only the second crop that is allowed in India by the GEAC. Now, this is extremely significant for a lot of reasons. As you know, India is a big consumer of vegetable oil. Vegetable oil is one of those commodities which are imported in huge numbers from nations across the world. And that is why the government of India for many years has been stressing upon how to increase the cultivation of vegetable oil in India, and thus allowing GM mustard is a step in that direction only. Now, GM mustard or hybrid mustard, as you may call it, is a process that looks very simple on the paper. It involves crossing two genetically dissimilar plant species to have a third species that would come up. Now, the idea is that the new species that would come up will have higher yields than what the parent plants can give individually. But the problem here is, specifically with respect to mustard, the process is extremely difficult because mustard has a very unique problem. The mustard flower actually has both male and female reproductive organs in one single flower, and that is why it becomes extremely difficult to pollinate mustard from some other alien plant because the plant is largely self-pollinating. Even the honeybees, which are responsible for pollination, they take the pollen and they drop it somewhere else. They are not able to collect the pollen because mustard is actually a self-pollinating plant. That is why, since the eggs of one plant cannot be fertilized by pollen grains of another, for mustard it is extremely difficult to actually make a hybrid version. This is where we must applaud the work done by the Indian scientists. GM mustard, as you know, is India's own genetically modified crop. There has not been any help taken from any foreign nation. Applause must be given to scientists at Delhi University's Center for Genetic Manipulation of Crop Plants. They are the ones who have come up with this hybrid variety of mustard called DMH11. Now, this variety contains two alien genes, means two genes that have been taken from outside, from the soil bacterium. The soil bacterium that has been used is called Bacillus amyloliquefius. The first gene that has been taken is called Barnase. Barnase actually stops pollen production so that the mustard plant does not self-pollinate. So it first ensures that the pollen production in the mustard plant itself stops. Then the second gene that has been taken is called bar star. Bar star allows a foreign pollen to come in and then pollinate with mustard. So both of these have to work together. Barnase and bar star, both of these combined have played a big role in the success of GM mustard. The resultant species is usually high yielding. It is also capable of producing its own grain, and that is why this line of GM crop can continue. Now, the GEAC, as I said, has allowed the commercial release of DMH11. A lot of credit must be given to the government as well, because in India, historically, there has been a lot of protest against GM crops for various reasons. In fact, it was in 2016 that the Environment Ministry had earlier allowed GM mustard. It was a big news then, but then because of a lot of protests, the government took back that decision. And now we are again going through the same path, hoping that this time the government does not actually take this back. Now, the reason why GEAC took a lot of time was, as I said, there have been a lot of protests from various parts of the society. Many farmer-led groups have said that this is against the interest of the farmers. Many people say that this GM mustard crop may actually be tolerant towards the spraying of glufosinate ammonium, which is a chemical used for killing of weeds, meaning that this particular plant might be infected with weeds. Not just this, many people are saying that the farmers may be out of jobs. That is, manual labor that is engaged in weeding of the mustard plant might be workless because they might not be needed because the plant now is much more superior, and that is why there is a protest from them. Then we also have concerns that the GM mustard crop may impact the population of honey bees. Mustard flowers, as you know, is a source of nectar for the honey bees, and in the GM version of the crop, the honey bees might not be able to take out the nectar. So all these objections still remain. Now the problem with this kind of new technology is it is only with the time that we can get to know if these doubts are actually true or not. The GEAC, as you know, it is a statutory body that works under the Environment Ministry, and it was formed under the Environment Act of 1986. It came into being in the year 2010 with the primary purpose of looking into all these research about the genetically modified crops and deciding whether or not it should be allowed in the country. It regulates the use, manufacturing, storage, import of all the hazardous microorganisms or genetically modified organisms or cell in India. It is a committee that works under the government. Their approval means that they have done a lot of testing and research, and only after that they have actually given the green signal for GM mustard to be commercially introduced in the country. This is it for today's big news video. I hope you learned a lot of new things. Have a good day ahead.